all we need to do now is get this front bumper prepped for paint.
Now if I break down, I'm gonna be completely stranded, but
someone gets out the driver's side.
I was in the process of rebuilding it, and yeah, it got stolen.
We love the Beamers, the Benz, the Porsches. All of my fans, I know they're supporting. Style with nothing but look at us now. Whoever's supporting, I'm making you proud. Whoever's supporting, I'm making you proud. Salvage Nation, look at the squad. We're up in the foreign line, look at the car. Look at the car.
hello guys, hold on, I'm busy at work. Yes people, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to episode 2. I'm a bit confused. It's the same day for you, no, same day for me, different day for you as the ending of episode 2. This is episode 3, my bad. Anyway, this is episode 3 on the little polo, and we're gonna be finishing this little polo R in this episode. Like the title says, we got a ton of parts and we're gonna be completing everything. So I'm not wasting any more time. At the end of episode 2, I told you I was waiting for a few parts. Those parts are here and a few more parts are coming here in the next couple of hours. So let's get onto the car, continue working, get it done.
So guys, in the last episode, we did a lot of the tearing down. In this episode, it's all about rebuilding. I had a lot of parts, like I said, so it's just a matter of unboxing those parts, getting everything into place and bolting everything down. When it came to the headlights, I had to remove the bulbs from the old broken headlight, replace them into the new headlight, and once that was done, I was able to just fit it onto the car. With the new headlight fitted, it was time to close the bonnet down and check the fitment. Also, I wanted to check if all the bulbs, everything was working, and as you can see, everything was good to go. Next, it was time to fit the bumper. Now, I ordered this bumper from eBay and it got delivered that same morning. I opened it up and I wanted to do a test fit onto the car to make sure that everything was all good. With the bumper on, I fitted this little clip for the bonnet stand, and that went on without a hitch. Now it was time to step back and admire all my work. Now as you can see, the headlights are working, headlights are fitted and seated correctly, the bonnet is lined up and the bumper is sitting perfectly.
Alright, so guys, it's the next morning. As you can see, we stayed quite late yesterday. We reassembled the front end to a certain point. We got the front bumper on, it's looking nice. But as you can see, it's missing the fog lights and it's missing all the grills. My guy Mustafa just called one of our suppliers. We gave him a picture of the existing fog light. We had one, we need one more. That's gonna come in tomorrow. And I'm about to give TPS over in Barking a call, and we're gonna order all the lower grills, and we've actually got the top grill because we were able to salvage the top grill from this car. So like I said guys, we're gonna be completing this car in this episode. I wanna take it on a test drive. I need to repair a few cracks on the bumper. This bumper is like 300 quid, but I managed to pick one up with a few. What's the fun, man? What's the problem? I'm recording, man.
I pass here, you see me as well, what's happening? Why you want to see only?
Nah, but it's not. But I managed to pick this bumper up for 100 quid plus shipping, which was like 20 quid for shipping. And it's just got a couple of little cracks. And if you remember the orange one that I'd done, I picked up this technique from Akil, it was quite good. I can do some plastic welding on that. And then once we bodywork it, you won't even know, it will be good as new, trust me. So, managed to get that. And as you can see, all the work that we've done yesterday has brought us to this point, and all we need to do is take care of this bumper, like I said. So, I'm gonna have my coffee, and then we're gonna get straight into work. So, let's go.
So another day has come, I was full of energy and I was ready to go. I had to get that bumper off the car again, and I got to work with repairing the cracks on this bumper. First, I had to sand down both sides of the cracks, and then I was able to crack on with some plastic welding. This is a technique that I learned from Akil, and this is all it's all about. Now I know a lot of you guys are gonna say cowboy or whatever the case might be, but this is Salvage Nation, and at Salvage Nation, we salvage whatever we can fix. Now as I'm doing this, I'm actually remembering that I need to make an order for some grills, and then this happened.
I'll put you on hold 1 second, yeah?
All right then. Alright guys, so check this out. We had a little crack there, and a crack here. And you've seen the technique. What you do, you heat it up, get both sides of the crack and the little piece of plastic. It's the same sort of ABS plastic that the bumper is made of. Once you heat them up, get them all flowing, they'll all stick together. And I went ahead and I reinforced it on the back as well. But have a look at that. Once we sand that down some more and bodywork it, you won't be able to tell. And once I step back, we're one step closer. You saw me, I went ahead and I made an order for all the grills at the bottom, and we've got the top grill. Actually, I'll test fit the top grill now, hold on. So guys, step back, have a look. That new front grille, that old front grille, like I said, was salvage. There's no damage to that, and it looks nice. Everything is seated nice and great. There's a screw that's there I need to pop in. As you can see, like I showed you, we repaired all the cracks. What I want to go ahead and do now is I want to put the wheel on. If you remember, we changed the suspension, we changed all the rads. I actually want to take this car for a little test drive, get it up to temperature, make sure the brakes are working, make sure that that suspension is all functioning, there's no funny noises, no clunks, make sure that the rads are all good, holding pressure. I want the car to get right up to temperature, so that's what we're going to do. So let's get the wheel on the car and get it outside. Alright so guys, so I want to take the car for a little spin. It's on my trader's insurance and we're ready to go. I already spot that we've got an engine light, and I'm assuming that's one of the broken sensors when we strip down the car. Power steering is still working, and I just want to make sure that, like I said, everything is functioning. So let's go. First, let me test the brakes, make sure the brakes are working. Alright guys, so we are ready. This is not going to be a proper test drive. I'm not going that far. I just want to go down the road just to see how everything's functioning, see how it feels. I'm starting to feel the car definitely needs tracking. Have a look at the steering. I'm going straight now. And the brakes are very dirty because I can hear them. But other than that, the power steering feels good. The lights are working, flashing is working, but it really needs tracking. Now if I break down, I'm going to be completely stranded, but this is one of those tests that I need to do, man. So I'm doing, what am I doing, 30? Yep, you heard that just now. That is because the angle sensor is going to be completely off, so the traction is screaming at me. But it feels very smooth, man. Everything feels good. Happy days. I'm happy. Go around the roundabout and then I'll head back. But this is a lovely little car and it feels very, very nice, very, very smooth. Even though it needs tracking, the gears shifting good. Give it a bit of power. See, as I drive a bit more, I get a little bit more confident. When you rebuild these cars, you always feel, well, me, I've got a personal thing. I always feel like, oh, something's gonna fall off. Well, it looks like my camera's falling off. Bloody hell, let me pull off. As soon as I said it, oh God. What is going on here? All right, guys, sorry about that. My camera actually fell off as soon as I said fall off. Okay, so the tire pressure monitors come on, obviously, because I replaced that tire. I need to reset that system, turn that off. Traction light has come up because I need to do tracking, but so far the car still feels good. Let's go. We're heading back to the garage. Literally, it's nothing too much. I literally just want to see how the car feels, and I'm happy with that. There's no nasty clunks from the suspension. I've deliberately gone through all the speed humps. It feels good. Catch that. Give it a bit of oomph. Whee! There you go. And we're back. Yeah, I'm happy with that. All right, you guys, so this little thing performed very, very well, very well. On the little test drive that I've done, I'm happy. Everything sounds good, everything looks good. We know the issues, I'll get it tracked later on. It's getting quite late though, so I want to go home. In the morning, I'm going to come back in, we're going to hit it one final time, take the bumper off, get it ready for paint that, get it back on the car, and tomorrow we should be able to wrap up this bad boy. Remember, in the morning, TPS are going to be bringing down those grills and another fog light, so I can fully buckle down everything and get this car out of here, man. So you saw it from beginning, tomorrow you're going to see the ending.
Alright guys, so it's the next morning, we got the car back in the garage, and like I said yesterday, all we need to do now is get this front bumper prepped for paint it, and get it back on the car. So this is the final run, it's the final showdown. Let's go complete this car. So guys, you can always count on TPS. They came bright and early this morning. They've got one middle grille and the two fog light covers there. Here's the fog light that was on the car already, and also they brought down another fog light. So that's all the bits that we need. Let's get to work, get this car completed.
So guys, you saw we did the hard repair. Now is to make it pretty. We're gonna use some body filler. So with a few skims of body filler, more sanding, a little bit more filler, sanding, you get the gist. This is what we're left with. Have a look at the bumper now. It's all smooth, it's all painted, and it looks sick. With all of that done, it was time to unbox all the fog lights, all the grills, and get them fitted onto this bumper. This is pretty self-explanatory. Just pop them into the holes, clip them into place, and bolt these fog lights down. Once completed, this is what we're left with. This front bumper is looking amazing.
Guys, I've just fitted that bumper onto the little Polo. You can barely see it, but it looks amazing. But first, I've got to take it to tracking. You've seen this process already, so I'm not going to bore you. I'll show you a little montage once I get back. Stay tuned.
Now, my energy up to this point in this video was great, but then things just went left. So as planned, this is me driving the little Polo out of our yard. I had to go and do a few bits. I got the car MOT'd, I took it for tracking, and even have a bit of time to stop off at the barber's because it was my birthday. Not knowing that there was something very sinister going on back at the yard. Now I got all the CCTV after the fact, but have a look at this Ford Fiesta ST casually just driving into our yard, and you wouldn't think anything dodgy is going on. There are other businesses in the yard and you've got customers coming in and out always. However, he just parks up and he sits there for a while. Soon after that, someone gets out the driver's side. He walks to the back of his car. I don't know what he's doing there. He's out of shot. And then he gets back into the same car. Then he just sits there for some time. Again, all of this is just a few minutes, guys. Now, if you see this guy that's walking up towards the garage, he's one of my customers. He was outside having a fag, and he actually said to me he saw my car out there at this point. So he's walking back up, and as you see, as soon as he goes out of shot, this guy then makes a move. Now the only reason my car's outside is because it was blocking the way for the Polo to come out, and I was planning to park it back indoors once I got back with the Polo. Now as you can see, that Ford has stopped, and this time someone is getting out of the passenger side. It looks like there are 2 people getting out of this car, and as you can see there's a third one, so that's 4 in total. This guy casually walks past them, and then them 2 clearly goes towards my car. Now because of where the CCTV is located, I cannot see what they're doing, but this is all just a matter of minutes. It's scary. As you can see, the Ford now is making another move. He literally goes out, blocks the road so no one can come, and there you go. Look, there is my Range Rover Evoque being driven off, stolen, and just like that, both gone. Now a couple of hours later I came back with the Polo, and Mustafa had actually called me, and I thought he was joking, and turned out he wasn't. I had to call the police, etc, etc, and that just ruined my entire day, night, birthday, everything. Now a few days later I had to come back to work. I had cars to finish, and obviously I had this video to finish, so there you go. The Polo is completed. Everything has come together really nicely on this little car. It looks good, it drives good, and as you'll see soon, this is literally a struggle, even just taking these shots. Yeah, just watch.
Alright guys, so it's a few days later, and as you just saw, when I got back from taking this car to the MOT, car wash, etc, etc, one of my major builds, it was a secret build, unreleased, cat is out the bag. I bought a super cheap Range Rover Evoque. I was in the process of rebuilding it, and yeah, it got stolen, so I wasn't in any sort of head frame to finish off this video. I ended up calling the police, reported it stolen. I'm still feeling a little bit crappy about that, so yeah, I don't even know what to say. But anyway, we've completed this car. This car is gonna go now. We ended up spending but guys, I had so much more planned for the end of this video, and it just didn't work out that way because of some twats. But anyway, the total cost on this build was just around the 5.5 mark, buying it, delivering parts, fixing, repairing, everything. So yeah, 5.5, and I'll be trying to get maximum profit for this car when it goes up for sale. Anyway, this is where we're gonna end this episode. This is where we're gonna end this build. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, press the like button. A real sad end to this one, but I'm gonna keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on.
Name shattered! Woo! Wow!
VPEX trims, and this is the guy himself, Mr. Valentino.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, why don't you check out one of my previous videos on the left? There's plenty in the playlist. And if you want to know more about the Salvage game, why don't you become a member of Salvage Nation, and I'll be there to guide you along the way. And don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram if you want to get an inside scoop before YouTube.